Now, very quickly, this is BST2, and this is a very short one because this is what you're going to learn by us, from the program, certified instructors like myself. At that time, was training you how to perform some sort of a control tactic skill. Okay, this control tactic skill were commonly used by the Canada police force across the country. Okay, they are very standard. So it's a pretty good program for ones to learn from because they are, pretty uh, uh, well professional, put it together by the police academy. Now, at that time, quickly, the training, after the training, uh, this total of 64 hours of training, and then you would be, one would be writing exams. Okay, it would be a multiple choice exam, and as you can see from this exam sheet, and they have a 54 questions, and you have to pass, and then the BST2 have the 37 questions that also you have to pass. Those are knowledge tests. Okay, so those are, it's a hard. Well, it's not that hard. It's basically a multiple choice, but you have to understand the content. After you're sitting in the 64 hours classroom, and that's where you have to pass this exam. Now, passing mark is the 60% passing mark, and up until today, it still require you to 60% passing mark. Anything 59%, no, you fail. Sorry, you have to rewrite the exam again. Okay. Now, then over the years, it changed a little bit. Okay, so it changed into the BST1, BST2. The BST1 turned into a 100 questions. Okay, not 54 questions. So make it harder. Okay, and then the BST2 also was designed to make 100 questions as well. But later on, the police academy never really enforced that, and they still maintain the 27 questions in order for you to pass both exams. Now, the BST2 exams, they will teach you this certain type of body release. So what you get hold, choke hold or neck hold or hold your arms, and all this type of thing. We will teach you how to release yourself, and the basic a few locks. Okay, strict armbar takedown, and such examples like that. And there was will be learned by a certified instructor like us in order to learn the proper way to perform such skill. Okay, so those were the old days, and that is a very basically this type of use of force training model. That's what we're going to use. What we did use to train many of you back in the days. And then we have to also give you exams on BST2 on the control tactic, where you will have to sign our name and make sure you pass in order to pass together with the written exam. All right, so now, since 2009, okay, time have been changed. Okay, so slowly the government sat together and decide, okay, let's eliminate the BST2. Okay, the BST2 was basically is a little bit too much for lots of security guards. So we just maintained the BST1. Okay, so we moved the BST2 into a AST2. AST2 is called Advanced Security Training. Okay, and then AST is allow you after the training, and you have to do another exam in order for you to wear a handcuff. Okay, so this is what the government wants you to do, is to, if you want to wear a handcuff, then you have to take the revise the BST2, which is called the AST. Okay, so therefore, for all these, make it simple, for all the basic security worker license, basic, okay, then you will only do the exam for the BST, not 1, not 2, but just BST. Okay, so now you still have to write the 100 questions, in order to pass for the 60% marks. If you are 59%, sorry, you have to rewrite the exam again. Okay, so that's basically the normal history, and up to today, the regulations are maintained the same, still run by the Police Academy, the Justice Institute of BC. Now, once the applicant finish all this, pass all the exam, then they will go apply for the license. Now, applying the licensing, we have the old ones. I want to show you the old one and the new one today. Okay. Now, this is the old one. Okay. So you have some of your friends that have been taking the security program in 1996 up until 2009, around that time. Then the certificate will look like this. Okay. And then later on, we changed the outlook for this. Brian Robinson was my boss at the Police Academy, and he was the manager for the whole program, for the private security program in BC. So he also developed something very interesting. It's called the CBSA standard. Okay, so in other words, if you pass the BSD1 exam with 75% and higher, then you'll get this stamp. Okay, which you can see the old one, they don't have this stamp. Now, this new stamp will permit you to work for doing security patrol in the government buildings. So that's basically Brian at that time, he had came up with the idea to match with the federal government buildings, which if you want to work at the federal government buildings, which is basically government worker into the security, then you have to have a pass a pretty good marks, which is 75% higher. Okay, so it gives you some sort of incentive to have a higher marks. So this is the one up until approximately, I would say 2009, something like that. Now, after 2009, everything changed. Okay, so Brian left the Police Academy, and then the new manager, my new manager, came in, and basically this is the certificate, what it looked like, and up until today, when you finish your BST, you have this particular certificate, and that's what you require to register as a security worker license from the government. So, number one, you have to pass the Police Academy, the Justice Institute of BC, and then two, you have to get a licensing from the government, which is require you to check out with criminal record to make sure that you're okay. Okay, so make it this out of the way, then you understand where the background is. So now you can be go up to a security managers if you want in the future, because you know all this history, which I've seen not many people talk about. Okay, now this, after you get this training required, then you have to fill a form like this. Okay, now everything is online now, and some people still use this. Okay, mind you, but most people would use online, and you can find this sheet also beside my post, and you will check it out, and then there's the online is the same, so you can use your certificate. Okay, take your certificate once you complete, and then fill up all this information of yourself and apply for a license. Okay, so which is this one. Okay, this one here, you will take the security guard license, because they divide it into many different type of security work. Okay, there's security alarm installer. There are a number of security, let's say, for example, armored car guard. Okay, all these are different licensing system. Okay, so you will have to entering all this, and then what you do, you send it to them. All right, so you send it to them, and everything will be, they check you out, everything's okay, and you will get your security license by mail. Okay, so I have one old student's license, and you will see this again. in beside the post, and your security license is no different than your driver license, just your driver license card, and you will put in your wallet or put in your pouch or your purse, and to identify yourself. If anyone asks you, "Can I see your driver? Can I see your security worker license?" And you, by law, you have to show it to them. Okay. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed today. Now I'm sure that you have um, knowing, what the step by step. And today, I want to show you the update version of the training, which is this book. This is 2009. So it's quite a different type of training, right? Because this is most of them by reading. This is what you'll be uh, learning based on today program, not the old form of BSD1 and BSD2. And again, we have another one, um, update, revise, which is 2013. So now it's 2025. So we're still using all the materials inside here in order to write your exams and understand the concept of the private security. So, generally speaking, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Thank you.